Hi, my name is Lynette Bako, and I will be discussing my assignment, which was a design a toy. Um, I took an idea that previously existed that I found on Pinterest, YouTube, after Googling sensory toys ideas. Sensory boards, or which I like to call idle hand toys, because they keep the hands moving and busy at all times and get the kids full brain engaged along with motor skills and stuff like that. I chose to do this toy because it can be customized. They can be for both genders, but they can also be designed or decorated to fit a particular gender. Like I painted my particular board pink because that's my daughter's favorite toy. I also chose not to do it on a traditional board that a lot of people do. I put it on a tray that had legs so she can stand it up if she's sitting on the floor or in the car. The handles on the tray make it easier for her to carry around. And the age group that I was targeting were preschoolers, which is typically between the ages of 3 to 5. And I chose that age because my daughter is 3. And I found that in my little testing to make sure everything was secured down to the board, that my 6-year-old also enjoyed engaging on the board. And you asked if this toy can be outgrown, but that really depends because it can be modified. You can you can use adhesive instead of glue or screwing stuff down, so you can change out different elements on the board. So like on my board, I initially wanted to do a chalkboard, but it didn't work out the way I wanted to. It was a little more messy, so we went with a dry erase board. And then this way, my 6-year-old can engage with the toy along with his 3-year-old sister because he's also practicing writing skills and reading skills. And I found that when they play with it together, which is also like a social thing, social development skill, when they play with it together, my daughter is engaged in the board differently than if she played with it by herself. So this toy is good for independent play, but also in small groups with multiple children. When she uses it by herself, she is focused on motor skills and trying to figure out the different elements like the locks and the light switches, and she's early stages of writing and doodling on the dry erase board and the Etch-a-Sketch sliding toy that erases. She also really enjoys the magnets of the different colors. And off camera, because we weren't really supposed to tell the kids what to do, but off camera, we're going through teaching the colors. So we do color identification. And because of the sensory board, I can ask her, hey, Aaliyah, what color is red? And she can pick up the red magnet and put it on the board. And then I can go, hey, Aaliyah, what color is yellow? And then she will pick up the yellow magnet and put it on the board. So they can be very diverse toys. A good thing about sensory toys is they get all of the main senses going. Like I didn't have something to do with smell, but I probably could have, or taste. But we did the touch and the different textures and stuff like that on the board. I wanted to point out that also, according to a 2013 study led by occupational therapists at Philadelphia's Jefferson School of Health Professionals published journalism based on autism and development disorders, children who receive sensory integration perform significantly higher in achieving personal goals and scoring on standardized tests than other children that did not. So I also believe that while we think children are basically playing, they're getting more. The toy also deals with exploratory play, which is a highly physical, in the early stages of infants and toddlers, use of all of the body to explore the world around them. So they're getting that exploratory play when they're playing with the board. And language skills are developed. Like I said, Play enables children to practice language skills that have been learned and build on their expanded vocabulary. Interacting with adults and peers also enables children to refine their speech sounds listening to others. So like I said, while using this toy, I've been able to engage with my daughter, or her brother's been able to engage with her on different things, like he's writing his name and he's asking her what letters, or when we're talking about the colors. And then sometimes when she's just playing with it, she's just making sounds. The lights being on? Want me to turn them on? So things that are on my board, I did include a zipper, lights, dry erase board, stuff like that. And that's to build on the fine motor skills with the zipper and the locks. Two main, the motor skills, there are two main types of motor skills that children develop: fine and gross. Gross motor skills deal with coordination and large muscles and are responsible for activities like running, walking, and balancing, while fine motor skills are those that require the ability to use and coordinate small muscles. So that's what I feel like we're more focused on, the fine motor skills. Also, this activity also helps develop and enhance their memory. And while they're playing with it, they're having loads of fun, both independently as well in a group. And I say independently because they're able to find happiness and entertainment without relying on others. But it also helps build self-confidence and social independence, which enables children to feel comfortable in any situation. I really enjoyed making this project, and I would love to do another sensory board for my kids as they grow and mature, and see if this can be something that can be done when they're older. Like, I wanted to do a magnetic board using letters when she's really starting to practice her basic words for kindergarten. So I do highly recommend that you find a toy that a child can engage in and develop multiple learning skills at the same time. A lot of people don't realize that the whole premise of play is for a child to explore and learn on their own, and build that confidence so they can be more confident in school doing tasks and independent. So thank you.